Hi everyone, this is Dr. Merhaut with Elite Sports and Spine Chiropractic. I'm here with Boyd, our chiropractic assistant today. We're going to be going over a proper dynamic warm-up. Last week we discussed dynamic warm-up versus static stretching and which one's appropriate prior to working out or prior to any physical activity. The dynamic warm-up is the one that's appropriate for those times. So we're going to be going over lower extremity dynamic warm-up as well as an upper extremity dynamic warm-up to show you some things that you can do prior to doing any type of physical activity or any type of exercises. So Boyd's going to demonstrate. We're going to start with a walking knee lunge. So we'll have him, I'm going to step out of the camera as he does these. So as you can see, he's pulling his knee up to his chest, feeling a pull and a stretch into the back of the leg, kind of in the gluteal area. The next one is going to be a walking hamstring stretch. So with this one, he's going to keep the leg straight. He's going to swipe down towards the heels. Depending on how tight your hamstrings are, is going to be determining how far down you can actually go with this stretch. The important thing with all these dynamic warm-ups is making sure you're moving through the motion. You're not holding that position for an extended period of time. That would be considered a static stretch. So the next one we're going to demonstrate is side lunges. So he's going to go to the side, keeping the one leg straight, and the other leg is going to be bent into the lunge. And you can do this on both sides. We won't necessarily have him demonstrate on both sides. The next one is a forward lunge. So he's going to be going forward, making sure the knee's not too far over the toe when he's lunging forward with these. Therefore, he's going to be protecting the knee at that time. Next one's going to be a bodyweight squat. The biggest thing to focus on the bodyweight squat is also the knees, making sure those knees aren't really going too far over the toes. He's going to show you from the side angle. You can see his knees are nice and level, not going over the toes, which would put stress on the front of the knees. So we don't want that. Again, with these, it's just a warm-up, so just going through them a couple times. The last one for the lower extremity we're going to demonstrate is leg swings. So there's a couple different leg swings. He's going to go forward and backward. As you can see, it's just a kicking motion to the front as well as to the back. You can use momentum. And then he's going to show, I'm going to turn the camera a little bit so you can see him from the side. You can use a wall to support yourself, and he's going to go across the body and out towards the side. Again, this should be done on both legs, both the front kick and the back kick, as well as across the body on both sides. With the dynamic warm-up, you saw him through all those. He's moving and not stopping and holding the static motion. Next thing we're going to do is move to the upper extremity. So we're going to show some dynamic stretches that you can do to the upper extremity to get the upper body warmed up. The first one is going to be back slaps. A lot of people consider this the Michael Phelps warm-up. So you'll see a lot of swimmers doing this one. That one you can cross over the front, either arm to get that one done. The next one is going to be shoulder rolls. You're going to be wanting to go through a slight range of motion. It's not going to be a whole big roll that you see, but you can see him going forward, working his way up into the big circles, and then also he's going to switch and go the other way. Same thing with the circles. So that works all throughout the shoulder and the neck area to get that warmed up. Next one is going to be a side-to-side bend. He's going to have his hands straight up in the air, bending from side to side. This is going to get both actually upper extremity and lower extremity. You're going to feel that stretch also through the torso by having those hands up in the air. So going from side to side. He can do this one also if he really wants to, having the hands on his hips and going front to back. And this one will get more so the anterior chain, the core and the abs, as well as some of the erectors in the back. Next one, more for the neck, is going to be neck rolls. So starting this motion slow and controlled, doing it in a clockwise motion and then counterclockwise or vice versa, whichever one you prefer first. Doing those and increasing those circles as you go. You don't want this to be a very fast motion. One, you may get dizzy by doing it in a fast motion, and two, we don't want any strains of those muscles up in the neck. The next one we're going to be doing is arm circles. So with this one, you want to start out small in those circles and then gradually get larger and larger with those circles. This one also is one that you're going to be going one way, and then you're going to be coming back and switching that direction and going the other way. Last one for the upper extremity is going to be a wall stretch. So I'm also going to turn this a little bit so you can see his arm placement and assisting with the wall. You can use a doorway too, kind of how he is. And he's going to go straight down, keeping the arms and hands positioned in the same way. You're going to feel this stretch really through the lat and the side of the shoulder into the back as you do this one. So good job, Boyd. Everybody give Boyd a round of applause. But that is a upper extremity dynamic warm-up as well as a lower extremity dynamic warm-up. There are other types of dynamic stretches that you can do. Those are just a handful that will generally get most muscle groups within the lower and upper extremity. But like we said in the other video that we did, as well as this one, these dynamic warm-ups should be used prior to any physical activity or prior to any exercise. And then post-workout, post-physical activity, then it's more appropriate to do your static stretching, where those would be the example of holding the arm across the body and feeling that stretch and holding it for anywhere from 10 seconds or so. The dynamic warm-up itself shouldn't really take more than 5 to 10 minutes if you're doing both upper and lower extremity, so it shouldn't take too much time out of your workout, but it's going to be important for you to do that so you don't predispose yourself to injury, but more importantly, it's going to help increase your performance levels. So this is the Elite Education Series here with Boyd. I'm Dr. Merhaut with Elite Sports and Spine Chiropractic. I hope you guys join us again next week.